Yes. Very good morning to everyone, children. So, here we are going to see the next topic from the lesson number 10. It's all about the eating habits of animals. Okay, so I hope everyone remember the eating habits which we learned in our food eating about food eating topic, right? So, here we can categorizing the animal into different three different types, that is herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores, and some more two different type main groups also I'll tell you, that is scavengers and parasites. Understand? So they are based on the type of food what they eat, and we can be categorizing this into different part. First one we can see about herbivorous animals. Okay, herbivores means they just eat the herbs, like they prefer to eat, they are actually plant eating animals, so we can say it as plant eating animals. And carnivores are flesh eating animals. And then third one is omnivores are they eat both plants as well as the flesh of the other animals also. And then fourth one is scavengers are nothing, children, they are just cleaning, they just do the cleaning process. So they are also flesh eating animals, but all the dead animals part they eat. Okay, they are doing the scavenging process. Okay, so they are called scavengers. And then fifth one is parasites are nothing, these are the small animals, they get their own food and by depending the other animals. Okay, so there are five category of animals based on the food how they eat. Okay, herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Okay, then scavengers and parasites. Okay, so here we can see one by one how it looks. Okay, how it goes. Yes, herbivores, they, as I said you, they are plant eating animals and they have a very sharp teeth for biting and cutting. And the strength, the teeth strength is very strong, children. That is why as we have learnt about different teeth structure, right? So by using their teeth only, they just grind the food they are having. They'll just bite the food and then they chew very well. Okay, so they chew very well, and they and all this they'll make a big substance from the food what they eat. Okay, because all the food plant is having cellulose, right? So it makes the animals are just keeping the food inside inside their teeth, and they just cut. Okay, we will say one more term, that is cutting. Okay, that you will mastication we can say. That we can you can learn in your higher grades. Okay, if you see the cow, you feel the difference. They just grab the food and just keep inside their mouth for sometimes. After whenever they find free only, they just taken back to the mouth and by using their tongue, and they just cut the mastication. Okay, so this is one type of animal, this is called herbivorous. Okay, and next one you can see about carnivorous. They are again flesh eating animals, and they do have a sharp teeth, as I said you there. Their incisors teeth are very sharp, right? So they are having they can able to just grab the food, and they are able to tear the flesh of the other animals, right? So that is why they are able to eat the flesh of other animals. Am I right? So this in this category we can say lion, tiger, snake, and lizard. All these animals are carnivorous animals. Okay, the next one you can see omnivorous as well as scavengers. Okay, so omnivorous animals are nothing, the animals are able to eat even the plants as well as the flesh of other animals. They are both eating animals. Okay, if you talk about crow, they do eat the rice which we keep for drying, right? We are just keeping the rice, dal, everything in under the sun, right? That also they eat. And they just go and find the rat, if it any rat is died in the garbage area, that also they'll pick it up and eat, right? Even worms also they are eating. So these animals, like even we human beings are also one of the omnivores, right? So even the crow, bear, and vulture, sorry, crow, bear, all these all are called omnivorous. Okay, and scavengers, what are the scavengers? They do the cleaning process, scavenging process. Okay, so they just many animals are dying. Okay, once carnivorous animals are just just catching their prey, and some of the portions it will just leave it aside, right? So and some animals naturally it is getting into death, right? So these animals flushes will be eaten by the scavengers, otherwise full of dead animals in our world. Am I right? So these scavengers are doing a very good job, so they are eating some flesh eating animals. and then flesh of the dead animals also, understand. So you can see vulture, hyena, they are an example of scavengers. Okay, so the next one is about parasites, children. So I think if you see, if you check with your mom, they may show many of us nowadays we are not having in our head, but still there is we can say in English it is lice. Okay, lice are the type of parasites which is there inside, living inside our head hair. Okay, same way even in the other animals, fleas and tapeworm is which is there inside our stomach is also one of the very good example of parasites. What they do, no children, they are very small animals only, but they obtain the nutrition from the other living organism. They do depend the other living organisms. For example, so this kind of fleas and lice and tapeworm, roundworm, ringworm, so this hookworm, they all are living inside the host body, inside the intestine of our human being also it lives. And lice is there inside the in the head of a person, right? So they suck the blood, children. They do suck the blood from the body, and through that only they are getting the nutrients, understand. So they live inside the body also, as well as live on the body also. Okay, these animals are just depending on the other animals, other person's body, right? The person who is just carrying the parasites are called host. Okay, and the animal, that is which another animal lives and feeds, that is called host. And the animal which is there living on the host is called parasites. Okay, so these are the examples of parasites. Okay, so next one we are going to see about the adaptation protection, children. That's all about this topic. Just to go through in this, because based on their eating habit we can categorizing into herbivores, carnivores and omnivores, scavengers and parasites. Okay, so more examples of each category you can list out, and be very you can start preparing for extra knowledges also. Thank you so much, children.